You ever love someone so much that you forget where you end and they begin? That was me. My name's Isabel, and for 4 years, I thought I had found the love of my life. He was the man I planned to grow old with, the one I defended when everyone told me, "Don't trust too easily." Well, maybe they were right. But the thing about love is, it makes you blind until the moment it burns your eyes open. We met in the most ordinary way. At a small coffee shop near the university, he spilled his coffee on my notebook and apologized so many times I thought he was about to cry. He was awkward, funny, and had that shy smile that made you want to forgive him instantly. His name was Ethan. That same afternoon, he insisted on buying me a new notebook and a cup of coffee. We talked for hours about school, about music, about dreams that sounded impossible. By the time the cafe closed, I knew I was in trouble because I didn't want that night to end. A few days later, he asked me out. We weren't perfect, but we fit, like puzzle pieces from two different boxes that somehow matched. He was patient, kind, always the first to text, "Good morning," and "Drive safe." I still remember the way he'd hold my hand, like he was afraid I might disappear. Our first anniversary, he surprised me with a candlelit dinner on his apartment rooftop. He cooked spaghetti that was half burnt, but I ate every bite because it wasn't about the food. It was about the way he looked at me, like I was his whole world. We dreamed big. A small house near the beach, a dog named Milo, and a promise that no matter how hard life gets, we'd face it together. We even started saving for our wedding. He said he wanted to propose when we traveled to Japan, under the cherry blossoms. I believed him. I believed every word. But love stories rarely warn you when they're about to fall apart. It starts with small things: the unread messages, the late replies, the sudden "I'm busy tonight" excuses. I tried to be understanding. Work was stressing him out, he said. So I gave him space. Because that's what love does, right? It trusts. But deep down, I knew something was off. The scent of his perfume changed. He started dressing better. And when I'd hug him, I felt distance, like he was already halfway gone. It happened on a random Tuesday night. He left his laptop open, and I wasn't snooping, I swear. But when a message popped up, I froze. "Last night was amazing. Can't wait to see you again. Leah." At first, I told myself, maybe it's just a friend, but curiosity is cruel. I clicked, and what I saw shattered everything. Photos, messages, conversations filled with "I miss yous, I love yous," and plans. Plans for a trip, the same trip he promised me. I couldn't breathe, my hands were shaking. The man I was supposed to marry was in love with someone else. I cried for hours that night. Not loud, just those silent sobs that leave your body aching. I asked myself, what did I do wrong? Was I not enough? Was I too trusting, too patient? But then something inside me shifted. It wasn't just sadness anymore, it was clarity. If he wanted to play games, fine, I could play better. Our anniversary was just a week away. He had already booked a fancy restaurant, said he wanted to rekindle our spark. I smiled and said, "Sure, babe, can't wait." But what he didn't know was that I had already found her. Leah, the woman he cheated with, beautiful, confident, and clueless. I messaged her, pretending to be a fan of her social media blog. We talked. And when I mentioned I was planning a surprise dinner for my boyfriend, her eyes lit up. She told me she was also seeing someone, secretly, who might finally leave his girlfriend soon. Guess who that was? Anniversary night came. I wore the same red dress he bought me on our second anniversary. He told me I looked beautiful, and for a moment I wanted to believe him again. But then I remembered the messages, the lies, and I smiled because tonight he was going to choke on them. I had already texted Leah, told her that Ethan wanted to meet her at the same restaurant for a surprise. She said yes, and of course she did. After all, who wouldn't want to be surprised by their secret lover? The restaurant was perfect, candlelight, soft jazz. He was sitting across from me, pretending everything was normal, talking about how strong we were as a couple. I just nodded and took a sip of wine. Then I looked toward the entrance, and there she was, Leah, walking in, smiling, until her eyes landed on us. The color drained from her face. Ethan's jaw dropped. He froze, completely speechless. I stood up, calm, collected, looked at both of them, and said, "Happy anniversary, Ethan. I thought you'd like to celebrate it with everyone you love." The whole restaurant went silent. You could hear forks drop. Ethan tried to speak, stuttering, sweating, eyes darting between us. Leah was shaking, muttering, "You didn't tell me she was—" I didn't let her finish. I smiled and said, "Oh, don't worry, Leah. He tells everyone they're special. Just wait. Next month he might plan your anniversary too." Then I left. Not in anger, not in tears, just peace, because I was finally done being someone's fool. He called me dozens of times, begged, apologized, but I never picked up. I blocked his number, deleted his photos, and burned that stupid red dress. The next morning, I woke up lighter. No tears, no pain, just silence. The kind that feels like freedom. They say revenge doesn't heal you. Maybe that's true, but it sure as hell reminded me of my worth. If you've ever been betrayed, listen to me. Don't let it destroy you. Let it define you. Let it teach you that love without respect isn't love at all. You can forgive, but you don't have to stay. Because the best revenge isn't making them cry. It's walking away like you never needed them in the first place. So, yeah, she cheated, I found out, and I invited her to our anniversary dinner. And that night, for the first time in a long time, I felt alive again.